Hello everyone, welcome back again to Geospatial 2. Today I'll give you special emphasis in working with questions for geography and environmental studies students who are preparing for exit exam. I will try to give you a detailed explanation for each question, and I would like to remind you to subscribe my YouTube channel. Let's get started. This is the first session. The first question is, which wind bring the crumb train to the western part of Ethiopian highlands? A. Northeasterly wind from the northern parts of Africa. B. Southeasterly wind from Indian Ocean. C. Northeasterly wind coming from Central Asia and crossing the Red Sea. D. Equatorial westerly wind from the Gulf of Guinea area. As you know, during the crumb season in Ethiopia, mainly in June, July, and August, the high pressure cell and low pressure cell have its own significant contribution. So during the crumb season in Ethiopia, there are two types of wind that is responsible for crumb train. The first one is equatorial westerlies, which is originated from the Atlantic Ocean through Gulf of Guinea, and the second one is southeasterlies from Indian Ocean. But the main part of responsible wind is a wind that is originated from Atlantic Ocean, mainly equatorial westerly. Therefore, the answer is equatorial westerly wind from the Gulf of Guinea. Then let me highlight the answer. The answer is D. This is the answer. The second question is related to research. A missing element from components of research proposal document submitted for approval to department or an organization is A. Materials and methods. Yes, materials and methods are the general methodological framework of a research, and it should be incorporated within proposal. B. Title page. Yes, automatically title page should contain the proposal. C. Findings and concluding remarks. This is not a proposal. This is a final version of a research. So this is not the component of proposal. So the answer is finding and conclusion remarks, because the question is missing element from the component of a research proposal. This is not a research proposal. Statement of the problem is a part of proposal. Title page is a part of proposal, and materials and methods is a part of proposal. But findings and concluding remarks are the main parts of the whole process of a research, and not the proposal. Third question is, which one of the following have nothing to do with objective and core values of development? A. Self-esteem, human dignity and respect. B. Deprivation and servitude. 3. Freedom to choose and enlarging range of choices. D. Provision of life-sustaining goods and service. So the answer is simply the deprivation and servitude. Question number 4. This is question number 4 is mainly focused on GIS and remote sensing. So the process of sorting pixels into finite number of individual classes of data based on spectral information represented by the digital number is on A. Spectral image analysis. B. Object-oriented image analysis. C. Knowledge-based classification. D. Spatial image classification. So if the question is mainly focused on the digital number is a number of the brightness value of any pixel value. So the answer is spectral image analysis. Then the answer is A, which is spectral image analysis. Question number 4. It is related to geology. Soil and rock form blank of the earth. A. Crust. B. Mantle. C. Core. D. center. As you know, the Earth have three layers. The upper part of the Earth is known as crust. The crust is divided into oceanic crust and continental crust, and it consists of both soil and rock. B, mantle is the second layer of the Earth, which is below the crust, and the thin layers that separate the crust and mantle have, there is a thin layer. So mantle is divided into two. There is upper mantle and lower mantle. Within the mantle there is called the magma. It is a liquid magma because of the higher temperature within the internal part of the earth. Core is also the lower part of the earth, and there is outer core and inner core. Therefore, from the available options, soil and rock is found in the upper layer of the earth, and which is called the crust. Question number 6. Which one of the following is not among Sustainable Livelihood Framework guiding principles? A. Sustainable livelihood builds on people's perceived strengths and opportunities. Absolutely. Sustainable livelihood builds on people's perceived strengths and opportunities. B. Sustainable livelihood encourage broad partnership among different sectors. Yes, there is interlink between different sectors to have a sustainable livelihood in a certain community. C. Sustainable livelihood are static. No, sustainable livelihood is dynamic because there is broad partnership among different sectors, and it strengthens it considers the strengths and opportunities. So this is not the answer. That means this is not related to the sustainable uh, livelihood framework guideline. The sustainable livelihood are people-centered. Yes, sustainable livelihood is people-centered, and it considers the future generation as well. Question number 7. Watershed management are to do more with all but not which one of the following? A. Management of soil and water in watershed. Yes, watershed management is one of the greatest component of the management of natural resource, mainly managing soil and water within the watershed. B. Managing railroad construction in the area. This is not the answer. Watershed is mainly focused the biotic and abiotic environment of the watershed. So this is not related to the watershed management. So this is not the central issue of watershed management. Management of biotic resource in watershed, yes. Management and sustainable use of land resource from a basin. This is also the answer. So the question is mainly focused, but not within the following. This railroad construction is not the main central idea of watershed management. Question number 8. To specify location on large topographic maps, or one needs to read A. Longitude followed by latitude. B. Easting followed by northing. C. Left then up. D. Right then down. Suppose if you are a cartographer and you are expected to read any topographic maps, mainly topographic maps are generated within eastings and northings. So the answer is B, easting and northing. Mainly the topographic maps are designated or designed within easting and northing. So the answer is B. Question number 9. Which type of forests extensively occurring in Congo and Amazon basin are? As you know, Congo and Amazon basin is found between 0 and 6 degree north and south, mainly within the equatorial rainforest region. So if a certain area is found between 0 and 6 degrees north and south of the equator, we call it the equatorial rainforest. So temperate forest is not the answer. Mountainous forest is a forest which is mainly found within the mountainous area. Mediterranean forest is found alongside of the Mediterranean Sea. Equatorial rainforest is the forest mainly jungle of the Africa and the Latin America. So Congo and the Amazon, which is found in Brazil, are considered as equatorial rainforest. Question number 10. Which relief or terrain representation method can give more precise both quantitative and qualitative information about the terrain? There are different types of methods representing any topographic structure in a certain area, but the question is mainly focused on the quantitative and qualitative information. Layer tinting is one of the representation of terrain, but it does not give precise qualitative and quantitative information about the terrain. Hill shading is also known as the physiographic diagram representation. It shows the ups and downs of the terrain, but it doesn't give both qualitative and quantitative information. Control mapping. Control line is an imaginary line that helps to depict the place which have the same elevation above sea level. So there are different control lines. Then the answer is control maps or control line maps. Featuring and spot height, both featuring and spot height helps to detect a certain peak. For instance, if you are interested to map the map of Rasdashin, we can use spot height or featuring. Question number 11. Slope gradient is expressed as rise over run times 100, run over rise times 60, run over rise times 100, rise over scale times 100. As you know, slope is the inclination of a certain geographic area, and a slope can be expressed in terms of degree, in terms of percent, and in terms of gradient. So mainly slope is calculated raise over run times 100. Raise is the altitude of the peak. Run is the horizontal difference. Then times 100 is the slope in percent. This is expressed in terms of percent. So the answer is simply A. Question number 12. Which one of the following may not be true about the hypothetical station? A. Rainy season extends from April to September with slight interruption. B. Dry season includes November, December, January, and February. C. The wettest months were December and January. D. No month is absolutely dry. So the answer is if the hypothetical station is not be true, this is C could not be true. Question number 30. This is a population geography question. The most populous nation in the earth is Russia, the United States of America, China, and United Kingdom. From the available options, all of the countries have a population except United Kingdom. The Russia have a larger population. The United States of America have also large population. The Chinese have the larger population. In comparison with the three, China have the highest population, and the population of Chinese is leading in the world. So we call it the most populous nation. So the answer is C, China. Which agent of denudation processes appear more important on highland parts of Ethiopia? This question is mainly related to the geomorphology. A. Sea wave and crust and tides. Sea wave current and tides are related to the apparent movement of the ocean, water, and there is tides are the movement of water because of the gravitational pull between Earth and Moon. So this is not found within the highlands of Ethiopia. Animals, this is not the highlands of Ethiopia. It can be in both highlands and lowlands. Wind or alien erosion is mainly found within the lowlands of Ethiopia. So running water or rivers are the main agent of denudation process in the highlands of Ethiopia, because when altitude increases, the amount of rainfall they receive is maximum, and the probability of the occurrence of running water or erosion is maximum. So highland is mainly manifested by denudation process due to running water or rivers. So the answer is B. Question number 15. Which map can better show volume of traffic flow between Addis Ababa and Adama town? As you know, there are different maps that help us to depict the traffic flow, any quantitative and qualitative information. So the question number 50 is, suppose if you are a cartographer or GIS expert, and if you are asked to draw the traffic flow between Addis Ababa and Adama, or Addis Ababa and Debre Birhan, or any else, which one of the following is crucial? A, quantitative flow line symbol. B, qualitative line symbol. C, curve map. D, dynamic map. The answer is quantitative flow line symbol, because the traffic flow should be always numerical. So this is quantitative, and traffic flow is the flow line, because there is the road infrastructure. So by using quantitative flow line symbol, we can represent the traffic flow between Addis Ababa and Adama or Jimma or any other towns in Ethiopia or wherever you go throughout the world. Question number 16. Most serious form of soil erosion is A, sheet erosion, B, rill erosion, C, gully erosion, D, splash erosion. The answer is gully erosion. Let me explain. Sheet erosion is erosion which is occurred when the rain droplet is come to the earth and detach the particles of soil. Rill erosion makes form a small rill or small, very small, tiny waterway. Splash erosion is the erosion which is mainly occurred on the flat surface. It is flooded over the plain area. Gully erosion is erosion which is formed deep gully or deep gorge because of the erosion or the detachment of large amount of soil from that specific area. Question number 70. What type of satellite imagery is most required to investigate an object or phenomena which is in a state of constant change? A, satellite imagery that has high spectral resolution. This is not, because the please try to understand what does mean the question is. If you are a GIS expert and if someone is asked you to assess the object or a phenomena which is in a state of constant change, the satellite image that you have to use is not higher spectral resolution, rather than the satellites that have high temporal resolution. Spectral resolution is related to the amount of spectrum that is captured by a sensor, and temporal resolution is the time taken to revisit a certain geographic area or phenomena or an object. So the answer is a satellite that has higher temporal resolution. So the answer is B. This is the answer. Question number 18 also. Okay, question number 80. Parts of the ArcGIS desktop that contains a set of functions and commands for processing spatial data is A. ArcGlobe, B. ArcCatalog, C. ArcMap, D. ArcToolbox. The answer is ArcToolbox. Let me give you an explanation about ArcToolbox. ArcToolbox is the set of commands which contains different tools. It helps to process or function, or it contains different commands to process any spatial data. The spatial data can be raster or vector or point data, or it can be Excel data. So it helps to process and pre-process using the Arc Toolbox. So Arc Toolbox have different tool sets, and by selecting a preferable tool set, we can use the data to pre-process and process our spatial data. So the answer is D. Question number 19. Which one is not correct about maps? Among the following alternatives, one is not correct about maps. Maps are graphic and spatial communication tools. This is true. B. Maps are spatial models that show features of a given geographic territory. Yes, a map can show all or parts of their surface as viewed from vertically above to the ground, and it helps to detect or show any geographic territory. C. Map represents feature found only on the surface of the Earth. D. All persons are mental maps of different geographic space. Yeah, so the answer is C. Maps represent features found only on the surface of the Earth. Currently, there are different maps. For instance, there is lithological map, which is related to the lithological structure of rocks. So it is not only the above part of the Earth's surface. Question number 20. This is a question mainly from research methodology course. Researcher takes sample from three agroecological zones like Olla, Wenadaga, and Dega to collect data to determine focused by a researcher is A. Simple random sampling, B. Stratified sampling, C. Systematic sampling, D. Quota sampling. If a certain researcher uses three agroecological zones like Olla, Wenadaga, and Dega, we can use making a strata. The strata is on the basis of agroecological zone. One strata is Olla, the other strata is Wenadaga, and the other is Dega. Some researchers may use a strata within different strata. For instance, there is income strata, there may be sex strata, educational background. So if the researcher uses a certain category on the basis of different types of strata, we said that the stratified sampling technique is the answer. So B. Note that here, I would like to remind here, if a researcher is determined Kolla, Daga, and Wenadaga by using his experience, automatically if he is stick on Kolla, Wenadaga, and Daga on the basis of his personal experience, this type of research technique is non-probability sampling. If it is non-probability sampling, we can stick the quota sampling, but in this case, the answer is stratified sampling technique. Question number 21. Which one of the following is not the parts of relational or imperative for regional geography? A. Region is the problem tends to be similar to other regions. Regions cannot be similar with other regions. There is artificial region or human-made region and natural region. For instance, natural region is divided into three. There is the temperate zone, the frigid zone, and the what we call it, the tropical zone. Tropical zone, temperate zone, and frigid zone. The temperate zone is found between 0 to 23.5 degrees north and south. The temperate zone is found from 23.5 degrees up to 66.5 degrees horse latitude. The frigid zone is found from 66 degrees to 90 degrees the pole. All the three natural regions have not similar characteristics in terms of the distribution of any climatic situation, the soil parameter, the population, the economic activity they have. So regions have difference rather than similarity. So the answer is A. Region is the problem tend to be similar to the other region. A means of coordinating sectoral activities, existing of regional inequality in development, tendency of increasing partnership in beneficiaries. Here, I have given you the example in natural region. In terms of the artificial or human-made region, the Africa have automatically different to that of Asia. Asia is different from the United States of America and the Latin America. So regions are not similar. Question number 22. When the varying effects of controls of climate like altitude, location, distance from the sea, etc., acts on elements of climate, the result could be A. Always cooling effect, B. Different types of climate, C. Constant weather condition, D. Always warning effect. As you know, the elements of climate and weather and determinants of climate and weather is very crucial elements. For instance, the elements are temperature, rainfall, wind pressure, wind speed, and etc. All these are the elements, and the determinants or the controls of climate like altitude, location, distance from the sea. All these factors have its own great contribution to be different types of climate. So the answer is different types of climate. Question number 23. When a person changes his residence from one country to another for his country of origin, he is considered as A. Immigrant, no. Refuge. Refuge is the movement of people from one place to another due to unnecessary factors. It may be war, it may be famine, or the like. Immigrants, it is not the answer. So immigrant is the answer. Then the answer is E. Question number 24. Which of the following is not among the main 2023 Sustainable Development Goals focused on 5Ps? The 5Ps, the people, yes. Peace, yes. The production, it is not among the 5Ps. The plant, the answer is simply the production is not the parts of 5Ps. Okay, question number 25. Which one of the following is correct regarding Rostow stage of economic growth? Rostow stage of economic growth. Among the available option, which one is correct? A. Level of urbanization is high at takeoff stage than the driven maturity? No. Within the takeoff stage, level of urbanization is not higher. B. Employment is in service industries exceed manufacturing at high mass consuming stages. This is the answer. C. Commercialization economy is characterized stage 1 of the model. No. Technology is used more widely in stage 1 compared to stage 5. No. So the answer is B. Question number 26. Which one of the following is true about global urbanization? Is true about global urbanization? A. The developed countries have highest rate of urbanization. No. Developed countries have lower rate of urbanization. Rate of urbanization is the rate of expansion of urban centers. So in developing countries, there are high amount of migration from rural areas to urban centers to gain different facilities. The facilities may be health facility, education facility, and basic infrastructures. So this is not the answer. B. Urban population growth in developing region is solely attributed to natural increase? No. C. There is southward shift of the location of million cities in the world? Yes. Southward shift means within the southern part of the world, there are more developing countries, and the rate of urbanization in developing countries is very high. So C is the answer. The developing countries have highest level of urbanization at present. No. Question number 27. Research in developing countries is usually carried out within the prime objective of solving critical physical or socio-economic problems facing society. Such type of research falls under A. Exploratory research? No. Pure research? No. Applied research? Yes. Applied research is a research that helps to alleviate the problems of the physical or socio-economic problems of the society. So applied research is the answer. Question number 28. Planning is most common economic use of rangeland and also the principal management tools to conserve grassland ecology, livestock, and wildlife habitat. A. Game reserve. B. Forestry. C. Destocking. D. Rangeland conservation. So the answer is simply rangeland conservation. Question number 29. The process of converting raster data to raster format with different cell sizes, resampling, rasterization, vectorization, reclassification. This is simple. Resampling. Resampling is converting raster format to different cell, or there is the simple definition of resampling is increasing or decreasing or downscaling of the spatial resolution of the raster dataset. Final question for this part is: very dirty of inner city, dilapidated neighboring where many people live, a state of poverty. In a state of poverty is green area? No. Slum area? Central business district? The squatter or settlement? The answer for question number 30 is slum. The green area is the area which is found within the better side of the urban center. Slum areas are the area of the inner city. There are many peoples are lived and congested together. The squatter settlement is sometimes called the illegal settlement of a given area. So this is all about today's part for those of geography and environmental studies who are preparing for exit exam for upcoming test. Please don't hesitate to subscribe my YouTube channel and share for your friends to take advantage over the upcoming exam. Have a good day. I will come back again from question 30 to 60 as soon as possible. Have a good day.